Hey everybody, we are back with another TMI moment. I am Terra. Thank y'all for tuning in with me. Those of you who are watching me from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, y'all don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is in the description box. Click that share button, please, for me. Do me that little favor and let everyone know that we are live with TMI. We are talking with Terra, and today we are going to talk about the second building block for us being the successful people that we have been created to be as we walk in our purpose. And so we're going to go ahead and jump on in there. Y'all, if y'all are watching me now, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Let me know. Y'all know I'm going to come back. I'm going to interact with you as well. If you're watching the replay, do hashtag replay. Y'all, let's talk. The second building block. And I think this is one of the most important, even though, number one, setting realistic goals, that is definitely important as it relates to, making sure we're setting ourselves and aligning ourselves so that we can be successful. But while we're making those realistic goals, we also need to make sure that we're surrounded by the right people. I got some stories that I could share. I'm not going to share them today. Probably at a later date. Y'all still with me. Y'all know I like to, I'll tell stories. I'll talk about me. I like to talk about me and share, experiences that I've gone through so that I can help somebody else avoid that if they, take the principles that I've learned and, so that you can avoid that same situation. But this I want to share with y'all today, that it's so important that we surround ourselves with the right people. Tony Robbins says, who you spend your time with is who you will become. And then he says, change your life by consciously choosing to surround yourself with people with higher standards. Our parents, and most parents probably, but I know my parents sure did. They spent a lot of time warning me about, bad associates, or making sure that we are right, we are around or surrounding ourselves with the right type of friends. And even the Bible talks about bad communication corrupts good habits. And so I thought sometimes that this was being a little over restrictive, or that it was an inconvenience to me or whatever. But now, having grown up to see in life just how sometimes being around the wrong crowd, you can end up getting in trouble. You can end up just the whole direction of your life can be changed just by you not having the right associates around you. But now we all adults, and so everybody want to say I'm grown, I do what I want to do, and we're free to do as we please. But even with that, and this is your own personal decision, I strongly encourage you to consider your associates wisely, because one, your associates influence the way that you think. And two, your associates influence the way that you are viewed. We talked earlier about how our associates also can influence the way that we view ourselves. And so, but I want to deal mainly today with how your associates influence the way you think, and how associates can influence the way that we're viewed. Number one, how your associates influence the way you think. You may think I'm my own person. I only do what I want to do. And let me let you in on a secret. Everyone, and I mean everyone, that you regularly associate with they have some type of influence on your life. Whether it's subconscious, consciously, they do. As humans, we are constantly trying to make sense of this world that we're living in. We're constantly examining the people that we're around. In fact, there has been some research and studies that have said that if you show me the average of the 5 people that you associate with on a regular basis, then that is going to determine who you are. We are basically The average. That means a little bit of this person, a little bit of that person, a little bit of this person, a little bit of that person. We are the average of those people. This is what the study has shown. Another way that a lot of people like to say is, show me your friends, I show you your future. So, and that's true. And we all like to think that we're the exception to the rule, but let's truth be told, there is an influence, whether good or bad, that people have on us. And the question is, who do you want to be? If you choose to associate with people who are content with just doing the basics just to get by, they're not trying to step up their goal. This can easily seep into your mindset, and it can easily affect the way that you work towards your goals. Because a lot of times, if you have a goal, these are the people that will make you question yourself. Why are you pushing yourself so hard? Look, we want to chill. Why you always working? You always doing this, whether our goals are achievable or not. Sometimes they'll be like, that you trying to do too much, you extra this and that and the other. And at some point, some of those thoughts may not necessarily be motivating you towards doing what you're supposed to do. Every now and then, especially if they are regular associates of yours, sometimes we give in to that. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with people who are constantly pushing themselves to do better, they always are thinking of ways that they can add to themselves, then guess what? You typically are more motivated to do more. So why would you surround yourself with people who are going to poison your mind, in the sense of, they may be great people. Don't get me wrong, because some people are well-meaning people who genuinely may care about us to a degree. But if they don't understand where you are going, if they don't have the motivation within themselves to be better, to do better, then that can pull you down. And if they have never made a determination in their life that they want to succeed as much as you want to succeed, a lot of times they will never be able to understand what it is that's keeping you going. And as a result, their pessimistic remarks, their pessimistic attitudes towards your dreams, it slowly changes the way that you feel about achieving your goals, especially if you're not meeting some of the progress that you want to. We talked about, when setting your goals, ask yourself, how are you going to react if you don't succeed the first time you try? If you got friends that don't understand why you're doing it in the first place, when they see that you failed, they're not going to be motivating you to keep going, and they're going to be chipping away at your confidence in order that you need for you to achieve your goals. And it slowly sows seeds of doubt in your mind. And as those seeds of doubt are planted in your mind, when you get to a place, and y'all remember I said I don't like to say a place of failure, I like to say a learning opportunity. When you get to those learning opportunities, then guess what? Sometimes it waters those seeds of doubts that your associates have placed in your mind. Even if sometimes they may not even physically talk to you and tell you that they don't believe that you can reach your dreams, or they don't physically challenge your dreams, the way that they live their lives sometimes can help demotivate you. The way their way of life can either positively or negatively reinforce your desire to reach your goals. Constantly seeing them underachieve or procrastinate, sometimes what it does is, especially if you're a little bit higher than where they are, then sometimes you can feel like, well, I am doing okay because I'm doing better than them, right? But on the other hand, when you have close friends that are always trying to be better, do better, it's going to help keep you on the top of your game. If they're always seeking to improve where they are, if they're constantly trying um to not just perform at just one level, they're trying to keep up in their game, then your own goals and your own desire to be better and to become more, it becomes more real to you. And then the closer you get to your goals and the closer they get to your goals, y'all help motivate and influence each other to continue on. Now, you may say, well, how can your associates influence the way that people view you? I mean, let's just be real. I mean, everything that we do is going to have an effect. The way that you display yourself on your social media platforms, yeah, you have freedom of speech, um, but there is there is going to be an influence on the way that you're presenting yourself. Just as if you are hanging around with people who maybe don't have the best reputation, um, guess what? If y'all are very close, people tend to associate you two with that same behavior. Now, sometimes it can be in a positive manner, but sometimes it can be in a negative manner. And we have to understand that the wrong associates can permanently damage our brand. It sometimes can permanently damage our reputation depending on how close we have them to our inner circle. Associating with the wrong people may very well mean that a great opportunity that you may have the opportunity to have, it could just easily pass you by. And believe me when I say this, there's a lot of truth in saying that it's lonely at the top. If you talk to a lot of people who have had great success and are doing great things, guess what? Their circle of close friends is a lot of times is not very huge. Now, I'm not saying this in a sense of you not being friendly and you not being able to get along with people. You can get along with people, you can be friendly and all of that, but we're talking about those people that you surround yourself with, that you're regularly in communication and company with. Because associates that refuse to push themselves to become better, sometimes too, they are the ones that are easily jealous of your success. And if they're not doing as well as you, then they sometimes are the people that's closest to you that are the ones that try to set you up to fail. And so sometimes they are the ones that, y'all, I know you've heard of the stories of celebrities who stories have gotten leaked and stuff, and it's from somebody that was close in their camp. So that's why it's important that you surround yourself with the right people. Sometimes even, I mean, even when you're picking your coaches and your mentors and stuff like that, you have to make sure that they are at a level where they need to be or where they want to be, because sometimes they won't give you all the information that you need in order for you to be the best that you can be. Sometimes they want to hold you back to a certain level so that you can continue to depend on them. You have to be careful with the people that you surround yourself with, because that can hold you back. And you got to choose, not only just choose the right associates, but like I said, everybody, as it relates to who's going to be there in your intimate circle, those who are going to be chiming into your ear, those who you're going to give your ear to, you need to make sure that they have your best interest at heart. Be careful who you share your dreams with. Some people, you can share your dreams with them, and if they are jealous hearted person, or if they are envious, there have been plenty of people that I have given ideas to, that they will go back and they will act like the idea was theirs. And and yeah, I could get mad, I could get upset, but really, that was my bad decision making. My parents warned me when I was younger, make sure you know the people that you associate with, because sometimes they'll go and it's unfortunate, but you just need to make sure that you know who you surround yourself with. If you gotta go, if you and this look, I want to peep y'all in on some game real quick. Like, okay, you know, a lot of people like to put out, and speaking stuff into existence. I'm all about that. I'm all about confession. I'm all about that. I'm all about, not keeping everything a secret. I don't necessarily, I mean, I think there needs to be harmony. I learned it from somebody who who talked about balance and harmony, but I believe that there needs to be harmony when it comes to moving in silence and letting everybody know everything that's going on. Because sometimes you put your business out there too soon, and guess what? Somebody else take the idea. Well, if you have not actually implemented that idea, can you be mad because they were able to implement it before you? Yeah, you can be mad, but whose fault is it? It's your fault because you talk too much, because you talk too soon. Sometimes you need to hush your mouth and don't tell everybody everything. That goes for your circle too. Well, when I say your circle, no, if you have a circle, you need to make sure that the inner circle, those people that you are spending time with, you need to have some trust in there. You need to have some real loyalty in there. And I'm not talking about just, this on the surface, because people can give you lip service all day. They will tell you, and as long as they can benefit from you, or they feel like you're not taking from them, then those are not the people that you need to be around. If the people that you are around feel like you are trying to take something from them, those are not the people you need to surround yourself with. You need to the people in your circle need to know, no, I am here. We both are. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. As I'm coaching clients, and as I get more coaching clients, I let them know up front, I am, just as I am here to assist you, this is a mutually beneficial relationship. I don't feel that maybe I have a different approach. Well, I do know I have a different approach than some people believe. That I'm not just here because I feel like I have all the goods that I'm going to share with you. No, LeBron James, I'm using him as an example. I know, he been in the news a little bit lately, but my husband likes him, and so I know a lot of stuff that's going on. But he's a great player. You can't take that away from him. LeBron James is a great player. Now, well, I don't know if he's a good example because his coach makes some questionable moves. Okay, we're not gonna talk about sports, but I'm just saying. Let's go with Phil Jackson. Okay, we'll use Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson coached some great players. I mean, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all of those great, I mean, and I'm just calling out, just the top players or whatever that we normally talk about. They have skills. They have abilities. Phil Jackson was the coach. All he did, yeah, he was able to have insight to help them, pull it all together so that they can win championships. But Phil Jackson didn't have all the goods by himself. No. Look, I the players had the goods. They did need a coach to bring it all together so that all the pieces could come together for their common goal of winning a championship. But everybody got the goods. So I said all that to say, if you are in a situation where I don't care if it's a friendship, I don't care if it's a mentorship, I don't care if it's a courtship, I don't care if it's a coach situation, or anything in my marriage. My husband has some strengths, I have some strengths, but we both have weaknesses. And what we do, we come together and we work together for that. You have to make sure that you're surrounded by people who are okay with you showing your strengths. They are okay with you showing your weaknesses, because where you're weak, I can be strong. Where I'm weak, you can be strong. And we are in this together. Because as you're trying to be successful, as you're endeavoring to be authentic in everything that you do, you have to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with those who are of the common mindset as what you have as well, that they are authentic. So you surrounding yourself with authentic people who are not trying to be something that they're not. You're surrounding yourself with competent people who, what they say they can do, they actually have the results to show, yes, they are competent in this area. They can help me achieve this goal. They have a track record, and so forth and so on. And there are a lot of well-meaning people. That does not mean that they are bad people if they just are not you. I can't have you in my circle at this time. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's just that at this time it's not a good fit. And we have to learn that associating with the right people will put us in a position to be at the right place at the right time. And so I'm going to start right there, and we'll continue next week talking about being at the right place at the right time. Listen, y'all, this has been your TMI moment. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. Don't forget, you can go to my website, www.2asktmi, and you can get the 30-day devotional journal, Finding Your Voice Inside of the Noise. You can get the physical copy, or you can get the digital copy. The digital copy is available on Amazon as well. So, y'all, we want to make sure that we find our voice and we're doing what we can do to become successful. So when all the noise is going on, we are still able to stand strong and be our authentic selves. Like, y'all, this has been your TMI moment. Remember, this is the day that the Lord has made. Make a conscious, calculated decision to rejoice and be glad in it. I will see y'all next week.